going on, guys? So this past weekend was the New York Toy Fair 2017, and I know some of you might be thinking, Juice, who the fuck cares about a toy fair? I care about a toy fair, okay? I freaking care about a toy fair because I love toys. But in all honesty, usually when these big toy fairs happen, they are a glimpse into leaked or new information about upcoming nerdy, geeky kind of movies because, well, if you don't know how toys work, they kind of take a while to be made, and they have to be made way in advance. So a lot of movie studios that want to sell toys for their products have to be like, alright, this is the new costumes, this is the new vehicles, now make them so when our video comes out and everybody loves our freaking movies, we're gonna be like, oh shit, I want to buy all the toys, because that's how I get, you know. That's how shit works. So they always have to leak information, and if you don't think that's true, this is totally how we found out during BVS that this scene right here with this Batman and all the crazy nightmare shit going on, we found out it was a nightmare early because they released this toy right here that was titled Nightmare Batman. So, you know, logically, we could just make a really good assumption with this toy. Well, freaking Toy Fair 2017 is no different because we have new information about the Batmobile from the upcoming Justice League movie and the villain from the Wonder Woman movie, who is going to be Ares. Now, let's go ahead and talk about that one first because, well, Wonder Woman comes out before Justice League. There has been a lot of speculation that the villain in the Wonder Woman is going to be Ares, but we haven't seen anything from him. Everybody assumes it's this guy from the trailer because he's fighting Wonder Woman, and you know, who really normal human guy is going to be able to put up a fight against Wonder Woman? Maybe Batman, but comics show that he's gotten his ass kicked by Wonder Woman many of times. So in reality, you're going to have to be somebody that has some kind of power to take on Wonder Woman, and meaning this guy probably has some powers, and maybe he's Ares in dude form, and that is just what he's doing to, you know, cause war on the earth. Side note, if you guys don't know anything about Ares, he is the god of war and one of the biggest villains that Wonder Woman has to face. And it just makes sense to have the god of war be the first villain in the first Wonder Woman movie, you know, be the villain because, you know, there's war going on in the movie. I'm sorry, but, you know, it just, that's my brain right now. Sorry, I just want to talk about the toys. This is the photo of Ares, and this is what he could be looking like in the Wonder Woman movie. Like I said, we have not seen what Ares looks like because I'm kind of thinking the DCEU is like, look, we need to learn from our mistakes with BVS. I don't know how you guys felt, but when I saw the trailer of Doomsday in there, I was like, oh shit! But then I was like, man, I kind of would have rather been surprised to see Doomsday be the villain that the, you know, the Trinity fights without being revealed in a freaking trailer. So I'm kind of feeling that Wonder Woman might be taking that advice and they're not going to show us Ares anytime soon. Maybe the week of the movie, or, you know, when the movie comes out and they release that trailer to make everybody go watch it. Maybe that's when we'll actually see what Ares looks like. But right now, I don't think we're going to see Ares anytime soon because I think they want to keep that surprise in the movie, because a lot of that, I think the trailers have been giving away too much with the DCEU movies, and I feel like Wonder Woman is going to kind of hold some of the surprises in there, so everybody's like, oh shit, when that happened, I was really surprised. That might actually help the rating of the movie, because people actually feel like they didn't see everything in the damn trailer. But with this toy information, it does look like we're actually going to get Ares, and it's probably somebody we've seen in the trailer. They're just going to transform. What I think it is actually this guy, you know, that is fighting her in this scene right here. But I think after a while, he's probably going to get his ass kicked and he's going to be like, you know what? I'm going to need to go to my god form or something like that. And he's going to like freaking do something and just become like Ares. And then she's going to fight him like that. And I think it's going to be an epic battle to end the movie, which I think would be super awesome. And of course, he would look something similar to this toy. And this is pretty cool because, you know, there are versions of this Ares, you know, from video games or from comics or whatever. But I think it's going to be pretty badass. I think it's going to be cool. You know, we're going to have this kind of villain. Personally, I think it's badass. You know, the toy, you know, I would have rather had him have his, like, Viking kind of helmet. But, you know, remember, this guy is a god, so he can kind of change his form any way he wanted to. I think it still does look pretty badass. I should mention that with this toy, I saw these photos a while back, but I didn't really want to report on it. It wasn't the toy assembled, but I had saw some. It's gonna be one of those things, like, you're not gonna be able to buy the Ares figures by itself. Earlier photos that I saw a couple weeks back were actually the packaging of the toy, and in the corner it had a piece of Ares. So like, if you buy like the Wonder Woman figure, you're gonna get like the head. If you buy like the Steve Trevor, figure, you're gonna get the arm. And it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be one of those, you have to buy the whole set to complete the Ares. Marketing, they want you to buy every figure so you can actually get the Ares, villain figure as well. So that's gonna be what's gonna happen. So it's gonna be, you're gonna have to buy all this crap to assemble it. But I think once it's assembled, it looks pretty cool. And I should also mention that over the weekend, besides the reveal of this toy, that they have cast the apparent actor that is going to be playing Ares. And I know that might be confusing. Some of you can be like, hasn't, Wonder Woman rapped for a long time? Like, how the hell are they just now casting Ares? Well, Ares is gonna be CGI. So it doesn't matter who was in the CGI suit body, because, it's just like a freaking leotard with dots and shit on it. And they're creating the freaking body for Ares and everything after the fact in post-production, like right now. So at any point you can actually just bring in an actor to do the voice of Ares, and that is going to be apparently this guy right here from the Harry Potter movies. I haven't seen all of them, so I don't know who he is. But, apparently he's a really good actor. A lot of people were like, yeah, he's pretty badass and stuff like that. So that's going to be cool. This is going to be our Ares in the Wonder Woman movies. What do you guys think about this possible costume for Ares? It does seem like that is going to be the villain. Like I said, it does make sense. The movie is taking place during a war. It just makes sense that the God of War is going to be the main villain to fight her. I think it's just going to be this big old battle. I want to know what you guys think. Does this look cool? Did you rather be somebody else? And who do you think the villain is? That is portraying, that is going to transform into Ares, because it's got to be one of these normal peeps, right? From there, let's go ahead and move on to the Batmobile. That will be in Justice League. And first, before I continue talking words out of my mouth, I'm going to show you this video that the Nerdist put on their website. I'm only going to show you a small clip of it. I will have the link to the full video, because it's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds of them talking about this badass freaking toy. But let me just show you a little glimpse so you can see what the Batmobile from Justice League is going to look like.
The steering, rocket launchers, and the Gatling guns are all tied into the steering, so if I turn left and right, so do the guns. But the guns are also animated.
Does that not look freaking awesome? Before I talk about how I think this thing's gonna be in the Justice League movie, can I just say that I wish these toys existed when I was when I was a kid, because man, if you kids do not take advantage of the toys you have today, I know everybody has different circumstances and whatnot, but if you have the ability to get cool toys from your parents, fucking do it, man, because man, I wish my toys didn't even move. They were like in positions like this, and you had to like pretend that they fought. Now freaking toys are being made with like interchangeable arms and heads and weapons and stuff. Man, what are you doing? I had to use my imagination like crazy. You guys just get everything in a box. Anyways, that was a little deep dive into my childhood, but this freaking toy, oh my god, if you go watch the full video, and like I said, I'm going to link to it in the description, this dude talks about how you're going to control it from your phone, right? You're going to control this thing from your phone, and it's going to have an augmented reality feature, kind of like Pokemon Go and shit, and what's going to happen is you're going to be able to sit in the passenger seat right next to motherfucking Batman, and when those freaking missiles are like, it's gonna show real bullets and missiles flying out of those damn cannons. What? What the shit? Like, are you serious? You're going to be able to be playing with this toy and be like, oh, I wonder how it is to cruise with Batman, and you're gonna be able to cruise through Batman and shoot fake missiles and shit. That is awesome. You kids, take advantage of your childhood now and buy all the cool toys if your parents will buy them for you. Anyways, let's get back on track. This Batmobile looks beast mode. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, I thought freaking Batman wasn't gonna kill. First of all, Batman's gonna fuck people up with this. And I think his no-kill rule applies to humans and other good people. I think he's just not gonna be able to, he's not gonna be killing bad guys anymore. But these are para-demons, okay? And demons are bad, really bad things, apparently. And I don't think Batman's gonna care about killing a few demons. Depending on how they're going to say what the parademons are, like maybe Batman, maybe they capture one and and they find out that they're just robots. We don't know what exactly, because I believe from, you know, some of the cartoons, Doomsday's villains or his parademons are just robots. So I don't think, you know, freaking Batman's going to care about killing a few hundred parademons with missiles and rockets and shit. I don't know. This Batmobile is going to fuck up some parademons, because look at it, freaking all the machine guns and everything on this. It's gonna be insane. And artillery rounds on the top, like, dude, he's gonna kill people. Like, something's gonna happen where maybe Superman's not there yet. He's gonna come out with the freaking Batmobile and he's gonna kill everybody. But remember, they're gonna be parademons. They're not gonna be real people, so there's no kill rule, you know, kind of, it stays intact. Also, this upgraded Batmobile is just going to be one of the new toys that Batman is going to be having in the Justice League movie. Because remember, he's supposed to have some, like, spider-like device or something to crawl through tunnels where parademons will be at. He's supposed to have some new weird device. That's what I've heard about. And then he's also going to have this ship that, you know, makes everybody, like, you know, Wonder Woman, he carries everybody on it, kind of like their, you know, just spaceship fortress kind of thing. He's just gonna have a badass plane that they're gonna be able to go everywhere on. So he's gonna have a lot of new Bat toys in this movie, and these are just upgrades for his Batmobile, and I can't wait to freaking see this in action, because man, this thing looks dope. Also, this photo leaked online of somebody editing the Justice League movie, and on the freaking screen, you see that Batman looks to, you know, be freaking surfing on a soldier or possibly a parademon. So, it is possible that in the Justice League movie, we are going to see a new sport of surfing parademons, and I can't wait to see if it's gonna, you know, move over to the Olympics, because that'd be awesome. Anyways, guys, if you are a collector, I highly recommend you checking out a lot of the new toys that are coming out from the Toy Fair, because oh my god, I am totally going to be buying some of the Harley Quinn stuff that's coming out. There is this one right here that, oh my god, I lost my freaking breath when I saw it, this Batman versus Harley Quinn with the hyenas and the dynamite. This thing is crazy expensive, few $100s, but one day I will have this. And there's also this freaking Harley Quinn bombshells statue that I'm totally gonna buy, because if you can't see it right there, I have the poster up there, and I want that poster next to the statue, and it's just because it would look fucking awesome. So yeah, a lot of stuff. If you're a collector, definitely look at the Toy Fair photos, because they're awesome. If you're not a collector, still look at the toy photos, because they're awesome. Anyways, guys and gals, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with all your collector buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, I'm your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. Have I had my daily dose of juice? See you guys next time. Bye!